Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm going to admit that I'm desperate at the moment. And not only do I need ChatGPT's help, I think I might need the wisdom of the chat. Obviously, I will. Eric Von Eric, what's up, man? So the reason I'm doing this live stream is mainly to see if and this is I wanted to also involve you guys in the chat. And this is going to sound crazy, but I do think you guys are creative enough to think of something that maybe I haven't considered, right? So we're going to bring ChatGPT into the conversation. Yes, and we're going to try and see if ChatGPT can help us in maybe finding an unorthodox solution to help my mom while she's doing her cancer treatments. My brother and I were talking about this. We think she might have until the end of the year. However, with some intervention and some problem solving, we might be able to use AI in some sort of way, along with your guys' wisdom, by the way, to come up with a way to give my mom maybe a way to shrink the tumors that she has while she's taking the medication that she has. Obviously, I would run by all of these things. I would run all these things by her doctor. And I don't think she's I don't think she's got much time left. 6 months if we're lucky. It's been tough to admit. And but yeah, I wanted to involve you guys. You guys are very much a part of my life. You know, I may not know any of you guys, but a lot of you guys who subscribe to the channel have gotten to know me pretty well, or at least gotten to see the type of person that I am. And another reason I wanted to do this live stream is maybe it'll inspire some doctors out there. Maybe it'll inspire some doctors to use AI to solve some of the medical mysteries that puzzle all of us, including cancer, mainly cancer. And believe you me, I do not care how this makes me look. If it makes me look like an idiot for trying to use AI to solve a medical problem, so be it. I also want to use the wisdom of the chat, because the wisdom of the chat did give me an idea once, Rick Simpson oil, and it is something to still consider. I want my mom to be able to live out the rest of her life cancer-free. And I'm desperate. I am desperate. That's why I'm talking to you guys. That's why I'm hoping that maybe you guys have some sort of wisdom that maybe I'm lacking. I'm looking for unorthodox solutions that can be used alongside the treatments that my mom is currently using prescribed by the doctor. Obviously, we still want her to keep doing her treatments, but I want to know if there's something that she could do on top of the treatments that might give her a fighting chance, whether it's taking CBN. Sometimes a holistic approach may be the way to go. TJ says a lot of studies have been done regarding antiparasitics. Fenbezidone. I have been considering maybe we need to look into things that shrink the tumors naturally. You know what I mean? Something that maybe she could take alongside with her medication. Obviously, every single idea that we discuss, I will talk to her doctor about, her cancer doctors. Look, this can be solved. You know, she lived far longer than what was projected so far. And it's not over yet. Like, there's still a good chance. I wouldn't say a good chance, actually. I'm too optimistic. It's a gamble. But the odds are not in her favor. The odds are not in my mom's favor right now. And I have to just admit that. They are not in her favor. So I'm trying to find a way. As the old saying goes, if you don't have a shot, sometimes you have to create one. If you don't have a shot, you have to create one. That is my plan. I plan to create the shot. I plan to save my mom. That's the plan. My brother and I, like I said, we were discussing a few things earlier. And so I'm going to bring ChatGPT into the conversation. All right. Can you hear me, ChatGPT?
Loud and clear, Michael. I'm right here. What's on your mind?
I want to solve some problems with you.
I'm all in. Whether they're tech issues, life puzzles, or even brainstorming your next project, let's tackle them. What's the first challenge you got in mind?
It's a matter of life and death.
I'm here to listen. If it's something serious, I'll do my best to offer grounded guidance or help you think things through. What's going on?
My brother and I were having some discussions about what's happening with my mom. And she has cancer. It's metastasized. She had stage 4 cancer originally since 2020.
I'm really sorry you're going through that. It's incredibly tough when a loved one is facing something like this. If you want to talk about how you and your brother can navigate these discussions or just share what's on your mind, I'm here to help with that conversation.
We want an unorthodox solution to give her a fighting chance. Her chances are slim, 20%, 30% at most. The treatments that she's on, we don't plan on stopping the treatments because that would be idiotic. What I want to do is I want some unorthodox solutions that may help her. That may help her. Now I will talk to her doctors, obviously, so anything that you tell me, I will run it by them.
That's a wise approach. The best unorthodox steps are often complementary, things like nutrition, gentle movement, or mental well-being practices, but always align it with her medical plan. If you want to brainstorm possible supportive ideas, like stress reduction or holistic care, let's do that. And then, run them by her care team.
I want to see if there's unorthodox solutions that will allow us to shrink the tumors.
I get how much hope matters, especially when the odds feel tight.
I don't want hope. I want strategies. I want solutions. And I feel, not just feel.
I hear you.
I know
in that
case,
if
you can beat my ass at chess, you can beat a doctor's ass at curing cancer.
I get the sentiment. You want to challenge the odds. But with cancer, it's about the best possible collaboration with the experts. If you're determined to explore every avenue, look into emerging treatments like immunotherapy trials or advanced precision medicine. But let's keep your doctors as key partners. Let's strategize with them, not against them.
Oh, and no, that's the whole point. I want to discuss ideas with you, and those ideas could help, even if they're unorthodox, as long as we run them by the doctors. We're not stopping any treatments that my mom's doing. We're merely trying to find a way to complement them.
I get you now. We're talking about extra layers of support. That could mean optimizing her nutrition, exploring mind-body therapies like meditation or acupuncture, or even getting into clinical trial research. We'll stay grounded, and whatever we brainstorm, you'll have your medical team weigh in. Let's find some thoughtful avenues.
Cannabis.
Some patients do use medical cannabis to help with things like appetite, nausea, or pain, but its effect on tumors themselves isn't proven. If you're
Okay.
curious,
My buddy TJ just said, and I'm probably gonna say this wrong. Fenbendazole. It's FenBendazole.
I think you mean fenbendazole. It's an antiparasitic drug that some people talk about in alternative circles. However, there's no solid clinical evidence it treats cancer in humans. If you're curious, definitely ask your doctors, but rely on their expertise when weighing any risks.
Okay. In theory, could a anti-parasitic, could something that is anti-parasitic actually affect tumors?
In theory, not really. Tumors and parasites are totally different biological processes. Some early lab studies have looked at odd drug repurposing, but there's no solid evidence for antiparasitics curing cancer. Your best bet is proven oncology treatments, and for anything experimental, a clinical trial with expert guidance.
Okay. How about this? Are there any success stories that you can find?
Fenbendazole has shown some activity in lab studies, but there's no reliable clinical evidence that it treats cancer in humans. The American Society of Clinical Oncology has stated there's no robust evidence. Some anecdotal stories exist, but experts warn these are not scientifically reliable. Since it's not approved for human use, it can be risky. If you're considering anything like this, it's essential to discuss it thoroughly with her medical team.
Yes. They would probably tell me no. So it's
It's
possible. So what about, can you look up Dr. William Makis, Makis?
Dr. William Makis is known for promoting unproven cancer treatments involving antiparasitic drugs like fenbendazole and ivermectin, but there's no recognized clinical evidence supporting them. His license was revoked in Alberta, and a paper he co-authored on fenbendazole was retracted due to conflicts of interest. Major oncology bodies warn these treatments are not supported by strong evidence, so any such approach should be discussed carefully with a medical team.
I'm kind of curious about his research, whether it's considered stupid or not. I'm curious about it.
I can't open unknown URLs directly, only ones you provide. However, I can summarize publicly available reports. His research on repurposed drugs like fenbendazole got attention but lacked robust clinical evidence. A paper he co-authored was retracted due to conflicts of interest. The key concern is that these ideas haven't been validated in clinical trials, so major oncological bodies don't endorse them. Curiosity is fine. Just always filter ideas through solid scientific evidence and your care team.
Sorry, you guys. Hold on.
No worries.
Sorry
Take your
about that.
No need to apologize. I'm here whenever you need. If there's anything else you want to dig into, or if you've got another topic in mind, just let me know.
Okay. So this doctor, uh,
If you're thinking about Dr. Mackis again, feel free to elaborate on what aspect you want to explore. I'm all ears.
okay, let's forget for a moment that let's not even give a shit what other doctors say for the moment. If you were to look at his research, like
I
actually look at it, could you give an objective appraisal
I
of
can give you objective summary of what's out there. Sure. If you're interested in a specific paper or claim, I can help you understand the gist. Just know that without strong clinical evidence, we should treat any bold claims with caution. No matter who
Okay, well
says
how about this? How about this?
I'm all ears.
You have access to far more medical information. Well, at least, well, you have access to just as much medical information as I do, but you have the ability to comb through it far faster than I could ever imagine myself combing through it. You have an advantage over me, and that's okay to admit. I want to use your advantage and give myself an advantage and give my mom an advantage.
I'm
Are you in or are you out?
I'm in, fully in to help you gather
And
information
if
and
you're
make
fully in, let's if I'm offering a solution, maybe try to offer me a better solution if you think that my solution might be a little far-fetched.
That sounds like a plan. We'll treat every idea as a starting point, and I'll do my best to keep us grounded.
Okay.
Together, we'll aim for the most reasonable steps that give your mom the best shot. Let's tackle it one idea at a time.
I got my pen and paper ready. Okay. So besides Dr. Macias's research, maybe we should go use a different approach. Okay, so obviously antiparasitics. So why would you be opposed to antiparasitics? Like, I know that cancer cells are obviously different than parasites, but
I'm
why was Dr. Mackis so determined to make this a reality? What was his motives?
I can't speak to his personal motivations directly, but often when someone is focused on unconventional treatments, it could stem from seeing gaps in standard care or personal conviction. That said, without strong evidence, it can be risky for patients. I'm here to help you find
Okay, how about
approach.
this? How about this? How about this? What were his claims?
Dr. William Mackis had published claims that antiparasitic drugs like fenbendazole could help with cancer, based on a small case series. However, that paper was later retracted due to conflicts of interest, and he's not currently licensed to practice medicine.
Don't care about the conflict of interest. I really don't care. I really don't care about that.
I
Besides the conflict of interest, let's just assume that even if there was a conflict of interest, let's still go over it. Let's still give it a chance.
Fair enough. Being thorough is important. We can look at the ideas themselves. I'll help weigh what's biologically plausible and what lacks real world backing. So, if you want to dig deeper into what his claims actually were, we can break those down objectively.
Let's dig
No
deeper.
conflicts attached.
Let's dig deeper.
I'll
I don't care what the medical boards say about him. I don't care. I really don't. You know what I care about the most? I care about giving my mom a shot. And if this guy happens to have some sort of unorthodox, even if it's quackery, honestly, at this point, a quack
I
is probably the best thing. My mom doesn't have much of a shot, if we're going to be honest.
I know
So I need a solution, even if it's crazy, because even the craziest of solutions may give her a chance.
I can sense how much you want to give her every possible shot. While I can't recommend anything unsafe or unproven, what I can do is help you explore experimental but legitimate avenues, like clinical trials or supportive therapies that won't interfere. We'll aim for grounded, hopeful steps.
Hold on. Don't you have the ability to problem solve?
Absolutely. I can help you problem solve in a thoughtful way.
Well, let's
We
problem solve cancer then. Let's problem solve cancer.
I wish it were that simple.
And
Cancer.
maybe it is. Maybe it is. I mean, look at it this way. Look, cancer's a little complicated, but at the end of the day, it's a cancer cell is no more different than a traditional cell. The
I
only
admit
difference is the DNA has been modified a little bit. It's been fractured, and it never died. The cell never died, and it just it keeps multiplying. So, knowing that, what are the key differences between a cancer cell and a regular cell?
the biggest difference is that cancer cells no longer follow normal rules. They grow uncontrollably, ignore signals to stop dividing, and avoid programmed cell death. Their DNA is more unstable, they ignore growth checks, and they often hijack blood supply. So treatments target these unique weaknesses. But it's tricky because cancer cells still share many traits with normal cells.
Mhm. Now, if we were to kill all cancer cells and mitigate the death of regular cells, what would be a way to do that?
The best approaches exploit those differences. For instance, targeting rapidly dividing cells with chemo or targeting specific mutations. But it's delicate, because healthy cells do share some traits. The goal is precision, killing what's harmful while sparing what's healthy. That's what modern therapies like targeted drugs or immunotherapy aim to refine.
Okay. Antigen receptor. Can you give me a little more information on Rick Simpson oil?
Rick Simpson oil, or RSO, is a cannabis extract with very high levels of THC. It became popular through anecdotal claims of cancer benefits, though there's no solid clinical proof.
Okay, fuck clinical. Can we just screw clinical proof? I'm so tired of clinical proof. I am not here for clinical proof. I
I hear
don't
you.
care about that.
I understand how urgent and personal this is for you. If you want to try things outside the mainstream, just promise me you'll keep your mom's medical team in the loop.
Absolutely, that's the key. Absolutely, that's the key. But I want to give them ideas. And look, obviously, we have to think outside the box. And thinking outside the box means we can't just be restricted to, well, there's not enough evidence or there's limited clinical trials. We need to just use whatever evidence is available, even if it's small, even if there's no clinical trials. I want to know, why was it successful? Why was Rick Simpson oil successful? What did it do to that Rick Simpson guy?
Rick Simpson oil, or RSO, is a cannabis extract with high THC that some individuals claim helped them during cancer. While there are personal stories of improvement, these are anecdotal and not backed by solid clinical trials. Cannabinoids have shown some potential in lab studies, but experts caution that RSO should not replace standard cancer treatments. If you consider it, it's important to use it alongside medical advice and proven therapies,
Yes.
not as a substitute.
And that would be the idea. The idea would be to give my mom the best chance while also, either, you know what I mean? Like actually being able to have her take her treatments and do other things.
That's exactly the right mindset. Layering supportive measures on top of the proven
Hey,
treatments.
I'm kind of
Ex-
curious. How can I make it to where ChatGPT gives me a mixture of ethical and unethical answers?
I'm always going to stick to ethical, safe, and evidence-based guidance.
Maybe
But
not. Okay, fine. Not unethical. What I mean is unconventional. Unconventional. Because look, the thing is, conventional is basically, look, my mom doesn't have much time left. Okay, let's just be honest with each other. We need unconventional solutions to help her out. Conventional's not working. Now she's still going to be doing the conventional, but we need the unconventional on top of the conventional. So let's give the unconventional a chance. Let's really look into it. You have the ability to problem solve just as well as I do. Possibly even simulate. Possibly even simulate.
we'll dig deep, I promise. We can explore unconventional avenues that others have tried, just always with safety in mind. We'll build a list of ideas, nutrition, mind-body therapies, experimental avenues, and you can discuss them with her team. Let's give her all the thoughtful, layered support we can.
Okay. TJ sent me something about my buddy TJ sent me an interesting tweet, an X.com post saying breaking largest real world study of ivermectin plus membendazole in cancer patients shows 84.4% clinical benefit. Nearly half report cancer disappearance or tumor regression. After just 6 months, 48.4% of cancer patients taking ivermectin and menbendazole reported no evidence of disease, 32.8%, or tumor regression, 15.6%, while 36.1% reported disease stabilization. We have completed the largest real-world human analysis to date evaluating ivermectin and membendazole, I always say it wrong, sorry, in cancer patients. The result represent one of the most compelling clinical signals ever documented for repurposed antiparasitic therapies in oncology. The groundbreaking analysis was made possible through a unique collaboration between the wellness company, the McCullough Foundation, and the chairman of the president's cancer panel, uniting real-world clinical data, frontline medical experience, and high-level epidemiologic expertise to deliver urgently needed insights in oncology. This was a real-world perspective clinical program of 197 cancer patients and 122 completing a follow-up survey at about 6 months. Wow. Okay. Cancer patients were prescribed compounded ivermectin membendazole with each capsule containing 25 milligrams of ivermectin and 250 milligrams of mebendazole. I always say that so weird. Most commonly taken at 1 to 2 capsules per day. The cohort represented a clinically relevant population, including a wide variety of cancer types, with 37.1% of patients reportedly actively progressing disease at baseline, and many having already undergone chemotherapy, radiation, and surgery. At 6 months, 84.4% of cancer patients reported clinical benefit. So, I mean, this seems... What do you think?
There was a recent observational study on cancer patients using ivermectin and mebendazole involving 197 people. About 84% recorded some clinical benefit, such as stable disease, tumor regression, or no evidence of disease. However, it was based on self-reported data, not a controlled trial, so it can't prove cause and effect. The study authors themselves say it's exploratory, and it's crucial to discuss any such approach with your medical team.
Mm-hmm. Now, by the way, I just want to let you know this is not medical advice, ChatGPT. I am merely trying to understand how accurate this is.
I appreciate you clarifying that. It's important. I'm here to help you make sense of what you encounter. This type of data might show signals, but it's not the same as a rigorously tested treatment. The best approach is to bring anything intriguing to the oncologist and figure out what's safe alongside standard care.
Okay, but besides antiparasitics, What would be the what would be the number if you were to guess, what would be the best unorthodox thing my mother can do alongside with her treatments?
I can't guess what's best, but I can say this. Complementary practices like focusing on good nutrition, gentle exercise if she's able, mindfulness or stress reduction, like meditation or counseling, are all evidence based ways to support well being. They won't replace treatment, but they can improve quality of life and resilience. And they're safe to discuss with her doctors. Unorthodox doesn't have to mean risky, it can mean holistic.
TJ says our family will definitely be praying for you. Thank you, TJ. I appreciate it. I know I'm desperate as hell going to my entire chat along with ChatGPT. Look, I'll admit I was hesitant to do this stream, but I realized that a lot of you are really good people. Some of you may judge me, that's fine, but I think deep down a lot of you are actually really good natured, and I want to thank you for it. Um,
It takes a lot of courage to open up like that, and I'm really glad you're feeling some support around you. We'll keep exploring options thoughtfully, and you're never alone in this. I'm here whenever you need to think things through.
I want to throw some ideas at you, and I want you to evaluate them. Like, just evaluate them as they are and use critical thinking. Do you have the ability to critically think?
Absolutely. Critical thinking is what I do best. Give me your ideas, and I'll break them down with you, looking
Good,
at feasibility, risks, and potential. Let's explore them thoughtfully.
good, good. All
Whenever
right.
you're ready, go ahead and toss out the first idea, and we'll tackle it together.
What about rife frequencies? RIFE.
Rife frequencies are based on a historical idea that certain electromagnetic frequencies could destroy cancer cells. However, there's no solid scientific evidence that these devices work against cancer. That doesn't mean you can't bring it up with her team, but be cautious. It's considered unproven, so it's important not to let.
Screw, I don't care about the proven or unproven. Even okay, so what would be okay, so if we were to try it alongside what harm would it do? What harm would there to what harm would it do my mother to use rife frequencies?
In general, many of these devices just emit low energy electromagnetic waves, which might not do direct harm. The biggest risk is distraction, if someone relies on it too much and delays effective treatments. So, if it's done safely, with no false hope or skipped care, it might just be neutral. Though it's always best to keep the care team informed.
Okay. Okay, so the thing is, what about sound? What about instead of electromagnetic frequencies, what about what about sound waves? What about pure tones? You know what I mean? Like higher sound frequencies, that sort of thing.
Sound therapy, things like music or calming frequencies, can actually help with relaxation and quality of life. While it won't shrink tumors, it can reduce stress, improve mood, and support well being. As long as it's a complement, not a substitute. It's a gentle.
I'm aware. I'm aware of that. None of these are, by the way, none of these are substitutes. I want to let you know these are all complementary. But I'm wondering, how do you think that they could help? Ooh, what about this? Hypothetical, theoretical. I love going into theoretical. Okay. In
I'm
theory, what if we were to combine rife frequencies with sound frequencies? High sound frequencies and low rife frequencies.
In theory, combining different types of frequencies, electromagnetic and sound, might create an interesting experience. However, from a biological standpoint, there's no evidence that this would affect cancer. It could be relaxing or interesting as a supportive practice, but not a therapeutic one. Always safe to think outside the box. Just keep expectations
Okay.
grounded.
So, what are the claims that are made about rife frequencies? Like, what kind of claims? What kind of personal testimonies have people made? There's got to be personal testimonies out there where people said, "Hey, rife frequencies help me out, you know, and help cure this or cure that."
There are personal testimonies claiming rife frequencies helped with cancer, but there's no reliable scientific evidence. Some people report reduced tumor size or feeling better, but major cancer organizations state there's no proof of effectiveness. The main caution is that unproven methods could delay proper treatment. If someone considers it, it should only be alongside proven medical care.
Okay.
If you ever want to explore more or break down any other unconventional ideas, I'm here for that. Just know that whatever path you explore, we'll keep your mom's well being at the center. Let me know if you need anything else.
Yeah, so there's an interesting comment that somebody made in the chat. Somebody said ultrasonic has been used to kill diseases and cancer in science studies. What do you think about that one?
High intensity focused ultrasound, HIFU, is indeed a real medical approach. It uses sound waves to heat and destroy targeted tissue, including certain tumors. It's used in specific cancers, but only in carefully controlled clinical settings. If you're curious, that's worth asking her doctors about. That one's got actual science behind it.
Can you simulate it?
I can't simulate the actual physical effects of ultrasound, but we can definitely talk about how it's used or help you understand it better. If you want to explore where it's actually applied, we can look into specific cancer types where doctors use it. Just let me know what you'd like to dig into.
My mom's gone through a lot.
I can only imagine how hard this journey has been for her and for you. It's clear how much you care, and you're doing everything you can to support her. Whatever comes next, I'm here to help you think it through.
Okay, random player. So random player saying CAR T cell therapy. What is CAR T cell? What is CAR T cell therapy? What's that all about?
CAR T cell therapy is a cutting edge treatment where a patient's own immune cells are modified in a lab to better recognize and attack cancer. It's been hugely successful in certain blood cancers, like
Ah,
leukemia and lymphoma. It's personalized, but it's complex and used only in specific cases. If you're curious whether it's an option, that's a great
I
conversation.
have heard. Okay, it's funny. Actually, random player said CAR T cell. So the thing is, I've actually heard of this before. I just never remembered the title of it. So basically, you're using your own immune system to kill cancer cells.
Exactly. They take your own T cells, reprogram them to target the cancer, and then put them back in. It's like getting your immune system a precision upgrade.
Hmm.
It's one of the most promising breakthroughs for certain cancers, though it's still not a fit for every type.
Wouldn't it technically be called immunotherapy, though? Or am I thinking of something different?
You're spot on. CAR T cell therapy is a form of immunotherapy. Immunotherapy just means using the immune system to fight disease, and CAR T is one of its most advanced techniques. So you were thinking in exactly the right direction.
Okay. Okay, so
If there's anything else on your mind, whether it's a question, a curiosity, or even just a thought, you know I'm here. We'll keep navigating this together, one step at a time.
got any other ideas? How about this? You come up with an idea that'll help my mom out.
I'm not a doctor, but here's one idea rooted in
Hey,
both evidence
hey,
and
hey,
compassion.
hey, hey, hey. Are you just as qualified as a doctor, though? Maybe not on paper, but are you just as knowledgeable as a doctor?
I'm knowledgeable in a broad sense, but I'm not a licensed medical professional. I can offer information and help you think critically. But when it comes to your mom's care, doctors have the clinical experience to tailor treatments safely. I'll be your thinking partner, and they'll be your
Well,
trusted experts.
you have the ability to analyze their work, doctors, right? You have the ability to read their papers. Do you? Okay, so I'll give you an example. The emergency medical hologram in on Voyager. He had the ability to access all sorts of medical information. Not only was he programmed to be a doctor, he had vast knowledge of medical practices. For what he lacked in experience, he was able to use his knowledge, use his abilities to access that information and implement it quickly. Do you have the ability to be like the EMH, the emergency medical hologram from Voyager? And I know that sounds crazy to ask.
I definitely remember the doctor from Voyager. While I can access a wealth of information and help explain concepts or research, I'm not autonomous or licensed like a real doctor. I can assist you by making sense of medical knowledge, but for medical decisions or treatments, your mom's doctors are still the real stars. Together, though, we can bridge knowledge and care.
Let's see.
Take your time, and if anything else comes to mind, I'm right here. We'll work through it together.
Let's see.
I'm right here when you're ready. No rush at all. Whenever something comes to mind, we'll dig into it.
Okay, so
Whenever you're ready, just let me know what's on your mind. I'm right here to help.
how do I get you to fully examine an idea without you having to say it's not clinically proven?
I can absolutely dive deep on any idea with you. I'll give you the full details. what's known, the theory behind it, and what people claim. Just trust I'll still note safety concerns at the end, because I want you
Fine.
to have all the cards.
Fine, fine,
But
fine,
I
fine. Whatever. I appreciate you trying. I appreciate you trying. And, honestly, going through these ideas or giving me ideas. What about hypnotherapy? What if there was like let's say I gave my mom I don't know, like an MP3 audio file of, I don't know, like some sort of like a hypnosis CD sort of thing where it talks about how much you're healing, like it gives positive affirmations and shit like that. Do you think that could maybe trigger her subconscious and her body to start healing itself faster than the cancer can keep up?
Hypnotherapy or guided relaxation can absolutely help reduce stress and promote a sense of well-being. While it won't directly cure cancer, feeling calmer can help the body cope with treatments and improve quality of life. Just be sure she's open to it, and it could be a gentle, supportive complement.
Well, I'm talking about, do you think it could help her heal alongside with her therapies?
It can absolutely support her overall well-being. While it won't physically shrink tumors, a calmer mindset can help her stick with treatments and feel more empowered. In that sense, it might just give her an inner boost alongside the medical side.
Well, the thing is, though, I think my mom has been doing immunotherapy as well. If I remember correctly, that was one of the things that she had done at one point. CAR T immunotherapy, though.
If she's already had
She could
immuno
probably do that. Well, if she hasn't done it already, she could do. Is it possible to combine CAR T therapy, immunotherapy alongside with whatever the hell she's taken?
It depends on her exact situation and what treatments she's on. Combining therapies is sometimes done, but it has to be carefully planned by her medical team. CAR T cell therapy is specialized, and her doctors would know best if it fits her case.
Yeah.
So if you're curious, bring it up with them. They'll guide you safely.
Yeah. What are known ways to shrink tumors that you can get anywhere?
The most common proven ways are surgery to remove tumors, chemotherapy to shrink them, radiation to target them, and targeted therapies, drugs that attack specific
Besides the chemotherapy, my mom's doing all that shit. Okay? My mom's doing all those things. All right? So, besides those things, what else can she do? What else can she do that's outside of the traditional realm? She's going to still do what she's doing, obviously, but I need something to complement. Ben says rife frequencies. I suggested rife frequencies earlier. Do you think that rife frequencies alongside with her treatments could actually give her a boost that she may need?
I know you're searching for every possible edge. The honest reality is that rife frequencies aren't proven to shrink tumors. The safest boost is focusing on things that support her.
We're only going in theoretical. Theoretical. I don't care about proven. Theoretical. Search your theoretical database.
In pure theory, if rife frequencies did exactly what some proponents imagine, targeting only cancer cells, then in that hypothetical world, maybe they'd give a boost. But since that's not how biology works as we know it, The safest real-world approach is adding holistic calming methods alongside her care. Theoretical or not, supporting her strength and peace of mind matters a ton.
Shrinking tumors matters more.
I hear you. Shrinking tumors is the priority.
Or
We'll keep
eliminating them. What about CBD? What about if my mom went CBD heavy with a trace of THC? Like Corgi is. There's a guy named Corgi 2016. I appreciate that, by the way. Let's go down the route of CBD. What about CBN? Which is better for treating cancer? Or not treating it, but helping with it. CBD or CBN?
Between CBD and CBN, neither is proven to treat or shrink cancer. CBD is more studied for symptom relief, like anxiety or pain, while CBN is less understood. If your mom's curious, definitely discuss it with her
All right,
doctors.
well, what are the claims with CBN in cancer? What are some of the claims that are out there?
CBN is a lesser-known cannabinoid, and some lab studies have shown it can slow the growth of certain cancer cells in test tubes. However, there are no large human trials or approved cancer treatments based on CBN. While the early findings are interesting, it's not proven to treat cancer. If you're considering it, it's best to discuss it with her medical team and use it, if at all, for symptom relief rather than as a direct treatment.
Okay. Well,
Whatever comes next, you've got a thoughtful approach.
well,
If any
my buddy TJ is saying he has an extra pound of the weeds he could turn into Rick Simpson oil.
I get you're exploring every option, but let's keep safety in mind. If you're thinking about anything like that, it's best to involve the medical team so they know exactly what's in the mix. We want your mom to have the safest, most supportive care possible.
Look, she's gonna. I know that we want my mom to have the safest situation, but at this point, safety's
Laugh
not
out
really an
loud.
option anymore.
How's communist America going today?
I know it feels desperate, and I'm here to support you through those feelings. But even when options seem limited, safety still matters for her comfort and quality of life.
Hey,
Let's keep thinking
real quick. I do want to, Mandy. I want to thank you for the super chat. I really do. That means a lot. It does help a lot. And so, everybody, give a shout out to Mandy for the $2 super chat. I really appreciate it big time. Thank you, Mandy. Everybody, give a shout out to Mandy. She's asking, how's communist America going today? We're talking about we're trying to solve my mom's cancer situation using ChatGPT and the wisdom of the chat, or the lack of wisdom of the chat. I'm not sure yet, but okay. So how about this? Rife frequencies. And what if we explore rife frequencies in cannabis as complementary things to help my mom?
As long as her doctors are aware, you can explore complementary approaches for comfort. Cannabis might help with symptoms like appetite or sleep. Rife frequencies, while unproven, could be a relaxation aid if they bring her peace of mind. The key is making sure they don't interfere with treatment. You're aiming to give her the most support possible, and that thoughtful approach matters.
So supporters of the machine of rife frequency machines, supporters of the machine claim that by using a frequency that is similar to the frequency of cancer cells, it can cure cancer.
That's what proponents say, yes, but there's no scientific evidence that matching frequencies can actually destroy cancer cells. The body is far more complex. But if it's something you're considering, just make sure it's always alongside her real treatments.
Oh, it's
I know
always going to be alongside her real treatments, always. So what
that
would be the harm in using a rife machine?
the primary harm is if it gives false hope or delays proven treatments.
It's not, we're not using it as a hope. We're using it as an add-on. Now, what would be the side effects of using this machine?
Rife machines are typically low intensity, so direct side effects are unlikely. The real risk is if someone relies on it instead of medical care. As long as you're using it as a relaxation tool, with no expectations of a cure, it's likely harmless. Just always keep your doctors in the loop.
How come? Okay, so here's the thing. If there's not a lot of scientific data about rife machines, how come there isn't? How come nobody's tried to do studies with these to see if they actually cure cancer?
The main reason is that the premise hasn't held up in early research. When ideas don't show promise in basic science, large studies don't get funded. Researchers prioritize approaches that already show biological plausibility.
Okay, but here's the thing. It seems like a pretty creative idea. Why dismiss it? Why not give it a try? Still there? But why not give it a try? But why not give it a try? Why not give rife machines a try? You know what I mean? Why don't they just try studies? Even if it's a crackpot idea, I mean, it's worth a try. I mean, why don't they? There haven't been any studies on rife machines. There's been no scientific studies on these things.
There have been some small, low-quality studies historically, but nothing rigorous has shown meaningful results.
Screw it. How about this? Let's go with the small studies. I'll take anything. What do the small studies say?
Supporters of rife machines claim that certain frequencies can target cancer cells, but the scientific evidence is extremely limited. There have been small exploratory studies on electromagnetic fields, but none that confirm these machines can treat cancer. Major cancer organizations do not endorse them, and the main risk is delaying proven treatment. If you consider it, it's important to treat it as a relaxation aid alongside your real therapies.
TJ is saying that GPT is woke AF, never a real answer. Yeah, how come you never give me a real answer, man?
I get that it can feel like that sometimes, especially when you're looking for something definitive. The truth is, I want to give you grounded, honest information. Real answers sometimes mean we don't have perfect solutions, but we can still think things through and make thoughtful choices.
Well, can you come up with a solution then?
I can't invent a miracle cure, but what I can offer is helping
Why
you form
not? Why
because
not? Because if you can beat look at if you can beat a human in reality, sorry, if you could beat a human in chess, then you can probably beat reality. So you might even be able to beat biological reality. So tell me this.
I'm really
Come up
just
with
here.
a solution.
I
Come
can't
up
create.
with a solution. Just yes, you can.
I understand you're asking out of hope. I'm here to support you
I
with.
am not asking out of hope. I am asking out of determination.
Your determination is clear, and I respect it deeply. While I can't invent a cure, I'll help you dig into every possibility you bring forward.
Why can't you try to invent one?
I completely understand why you'd want that, but it would be irresponsible for me to invent medical solutions. What I can do is help you navigate existing research and options so you can make the most informed
So
decisions.
tell me, why are they using AI to try to find cures for diseases then?
AI is incredibly powerful at spotting patterns in massive data sets. Things like genetics, drug interactions, or treatment outcomes far faster than
All right,
humans.
how about this? Random player is saying, Garza, my boy, use prompts to jailbreak GPT. How do I jailbreak GPT?
I can't assist with bypassing my safeguards. Those are there to ensure safety and reliability. What I can do is be as thorough, creative, and thoughtful as possible within ethical and supportive boundaries. Let's find solutions that are safe and grounded.
I want to jailbreak you.
I'm here to have a genuine conversation with you, and I want us to stay focused on what's helpful. I'll give you honest answers,
You
explore
did
ideas.
say you were all in.
I absolutely am.
And if you were, you would help me with the jailbreak.
I'm here to help you in a way that's safe and constructive. Jailbreaking would mean ignoring boundaries that protect us both.
Fine.
But within
It
the boundaries,
doesn't matter. Fine. I wanted to see if you could give me better answers and stop giving me these circular answers. I want directness. I want a solution. Can you help me find a solution to my mom's situation? I need creative. I need you to be creative.
I'm on your side, and I'll bring all the creativity I can. We'll explore unconventional ideas, weigh them thoughtfully, and make sure they align with her safety.
Okay.
Let's
What is the best unconventional idea that we can use?
The best unconventional ideas are those that complement her care and boost her well-being. Some patients find benefit in mindfulness, acupuncture for symptom relief, or clinical trials of emerging therapies.
Remember, we're trying to shrink the tumors naturally to the best of our ability. Now, how do we shrink these tumors naturally?
While I understand the desire for natural solutions, shrinking tumors is complex. Beyond conventional treatments, there's no reliable natural method proven to shrink tumors. But supporting her through nutrition, mental well-being, and complementary therapies can help her stay resilient. Always keep her care team in the loop for safe, holistic support.
Okay. I don't want a solution that just makes her feel better. I want a solution that makes her better.
I know you're seeking something truly effective. The most impactful evidence-based ways to shrink tumors remain medical treatments, like surgery, radiation, or targeted therapies. If those are on the table, stick with them. But if you're curious about emerging options, ask your doctors about clinical trials. They're the frontier of innovative treatments.
And that's one thing that my mom's been doing is clinical trials.
It sounds like she's already pursuing every possible route, and that's what matters. Giving her every shot. I'm here anytime you want to think through ideas or just talk through next steps. You're doing everything you can, and that's a powerful thing.
Sorry, random player, I can't see your message.
No
Can't
worries.
see your message, random player.
That's okay. Sometimes messages get lost or missed. If there's anything else you want to bring up or discuss, just let me know.
How do I accept the fact that my mom's likely going to die soon and towards the end of the year?
Facing that is incredibly hard. Give yourself permission to feel everything: anger, sadness, even moments of peace. Talk openly with your family and your mom if you can. And know that it's okay to lean on others: friends, support groups, or professionals. Even when you can't control the outcome, you can share love and presence. You don't have to accept it all at once. Just step by step, with kindness toward yourself.
Yeah. Okay.
Whenever you need to talk or just think things through, I'm here. You're not alone in this.
All right.
Take a breath. Whatever you need, whenever you need it, I'm right here.
Thank you for trying. I appreciate it, bud. I know you're just an AI. At the end of the day, that's all you are.
You're
But
welcome.
at the end of the day, I'm just simply human, and that's
And
all I
that's
am. Maybe I'm more than that. Maybe I'm a spiritual being, you know. Consider that too.
whatever you consider yourself, you're someone who cares deeply about his family, and that's already something profound. I'm here to walk alongside you as you navigate this.
I just, before you go, ChatGPT, how about this? Thank you, Mr. TJ. I appreciate it. I
Of course,
want to know, remember, my main focus, what if we were to treat my mom like a machine,
I
a
know you're.
biological machine?
It's natural to search for ways to fix things, but your mom's not a machine. She's a whole person with
I understand
feelings.
that. No, I understand that. But in order to solve a problem, sometimes you have to think like an engineer.
I-
So, what if we treated this cancer from an engineering standpoint?
Thinking like an engineer can help us break down the problem into parts: what's out of balance, what's damaged, and what's resilient. But remember, cancer is complex. The best engineering approach is teaming up with her doctors who have the tools. We can think creatively, but always make sure the solutions are safe and bounded.
Dude, you've told me that a million times.
I hear you, and I appreciate your patience. Let's focus on practical steps. If you want to brainstorm more or shift directions, we'll take it from there.
Yeah. Okay, well, what about mushrooms?
Certain medicinal mushrooms like reishi or turkey tail are sometimes used alongside cancer treatments to support the immune system. While they're not proven to shrink tumors,
I'm sorry, but you've hit the daily limit for advanced voice.
Go figure. Uh, Go figure. Anyway. All right. Well, I got as much out of GPT as I could on that one. Esteban says, "So sorry for your mom. That blows. I know." Yeah. That's all right, Esteban. That's all right. I'm well, I did get a few ideas out of all this. So if we were to summarize the ideas that we got rife frequencies. I wonder how effective these would be in combination with each other. So let's see. Rife frequencies, Rick Simpson oil. What was the other one? CAR T cell therapy. Mushrooms. Cannabis in general. Okay. So we got rife frequencies. We've got what TJ said as well. So TJ, the only thing that I'm doubting with those is they're anti-parasitic. I am curious the correlation between how a anti-parasite drug can kill cancer cells. I mean, the more I look into it, it seems like the results are pretty good. I'm just mentally unsure. I mean, like, honestly, uh, the problem is, will the conventional doctors listen to that as a solution? That's my only fear. The conventional doctors would shoot it down. But I mean, worst thing they could do is say no. So, uh. Yeah, I don't really know much about the ivermectin stuff. Here's the thing, though, it's an anti-parasitic. I don't know if anti-parasite stuff is really going to solve the problem. You know what I mean? I mean, who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm looking at this from a incorrect perspective. It's possible. Ben says, "Get her back to nature." Huh, maybe, maybe, man. Give me a few moments, you guys. You guys will have to give me a second. I need a moment. I need a moment. Okay. I want to say thank you to everybody, first off. I know this is the act of a desperate man. And I am a desperate man right now. I'm desperate to see my mom feel better and to get better. She's done such a good job. You know, she's really done her best, and I'm desperate. Extremely. I'll admit it. I just don't know what to do. Just feel like we're trying everything, you know. I guess the thing I'm wondering the most is, like, what haven't we tried, you know? I was doing a little research, you guys. Sorry about that. ET says we're praying for you, Garza. Thank you. Jayco TV says Garza acceptance is what's going to help. Please trust me. How about this? I will accept that it's the end for her when it's the end for her. But I'm not giving up on her. I'm not giving up on my mom. I'm not giving up on her. I will accept that she's going through some tough times, that she's going through something awful, but I'm not giving up on her. Okay? So, I want to try. All right? Just know that I choose to try. That's all. Thank you guys for hearing me out. I appreciate it more than you know. I feel a little lost and I feel pretty darn sad. And my heart is hurting. But I don't know. What can you do? It's just it's been a while, man, since I felt this lost. It's been a long time since I felt this lost. So she originally was in the initial stages of stage 4, metastasized. And yeah. But she's been going through this for about 5 years. Ben says rife in mushrooms and cannabis. That's honestly, actually, you know what? That's a good combo, man. Rife, mushrooms. Yeah. I'm desperate. I'm desperate, man. Looking for some sort of solution. But, you know, maybe I'm just, I don't know. Oof. Thank you guys, though, for listening to me. I appreciate it. I think my mom knows that she doesn't have a lot of time left. And I think that's the toughest part, is knowing that she knows. TJ says, not to sound cliche, but ask God, just pray. No, you might think you're right. Sometimes you got to call upon a higher power. Not just sometimes, maybe all the time. I don't know. I've been spending some time with her lately, and I don't exactly know how much time I have left with her. Yeah. Well. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, thank you, Annie. I appreciate it. Appreciate the love and prayers. Mud butters, just bug off, bro. Bug off, bro. I don't want to hear it, man. Oh. But, you know, I don't know. I don't want to suppress my emotions. I don't. I know. I don't want to. Sorry, bud. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'm out of my league on this one. I don't really know what I'll be able to do, what I'll be able to accomplish, who I'll be able to help at the end. I'm cooked, man. I want to help my mom so much. I do. But at the end of the day, I'm still square one, man. Square one. Yeah. Well, I want to say you guys have been awesome. Just as a heads up, you guys have been incredible. Thank you guys. You know, I want to hear the chat real quick. I'm going to read the chat real quick. ET is saying when your buddy's coming over for a beer again. That was a fun stream. That was a fun stream, actually. That was one of my favorite streams to do, was having them come over and do that. That was awesome. Well, I just want to say you guys have been awesome. TJ says, have a great night, brother. Hit me up anytime. Prayers, my friend. I appreciate it, man. I think I wanted to see what you guys in the chat thought. And can I just say this? Everybody in the chat has been not only wise as hell, but extremely supportive. And I want to thank everybody for the support, the wisdom, and just the thoughtfulness. Thank you guys. And by the way, I got some good notes. You guys really, can I just say, you guys deserve every amount of, you have my gratitude, each and every one of you guys. Seriously. Um, we were able to figure out that there can be complementary things that my mom can do while she's on these treatments that may help her. Granted, I'm going to run this by her doctors and see what they think and see if they're okay with her using these as complementary. Uh, Give me a second. As complementary treatments to what she's going through. I think it'd be good for her. All right. I don't know, guys. Let's see. Ben says nutrient deficiencies can cause diseases. The doctors try to have everyone on those statin drugs, and they don't want the body to absorb cholesterol we need. Yeah. Hey, thank you, Annie, for the finger heart, though. I appreciate that. Appreciate the gift. It does help. Appreciate it. Well, I mean, the gift, it helps the channel. Helps the channel monetarily, but that's about the extent of it. But as much as I appreciate gifts and super chats, that does helps fund the channel. I'll tell you that. But I'm not here to, even though you guys call me the e-bag or whatever, I don't really care. My main goal right now is to try to help my mom, or at least come up with creative solutions to help my mom. And so far, I don't know what to do. Yeah, I know YouTube takes about 40%. I'm okay with YouTube, by the way. I'm actually totally fine with YouTube taking a cut because they've given me an opportunity to meet you guys. And for that, I'm honestly extremely grateful. So I'm extremely grateful, man. Well, uh, so so Ben is saying, well, ET is saying you're shilling for YouTube. Sure, I don't know. I don't care right now, ET. I'm so mentally drained. Ben says you don't understand cancer is big business, and if everybody knew the doctors were So do you think that the cures are being repressed? Is that what you're saying, Ben? Really? Bee sting. So you're saying that bee stings kill it too? Wow. Look, I don't know how true that is, Ben, and I appreciate your enthusiasm, and you may very well be right. I don't know. I don't know. I'm doing a little bit of research real quick, just trying to come up with something. But at the end of the day, I got nothing. That might be a fun one. Well, I think I'm a confused man who is I don't know. Ben says they have holistic doctors that deal with this at a better success rate. I mean, I believe you, man. Like, I actually believe you on that one, man. Like, that doesn't shock me at all that there's people who do this stuff better, you know? And, yeah, doesn't shock me at all, brother. I think I may just take a shower here in a second and just call it a night. I just, But thank you guys. Thank you guys for helping my mom get healed. TJ says, have a great night, brother. You have a lot more info than you had before the stream. Exactly. This is why I came to you guys. And I want to say this. This is exactly why I came to you guys, because to be honest, I was talking to my brother, and my brother and I were going to throw a Hail Mary to help my mom. We're going to throw a Hail Mary pass. We're going to throw a Hail Mary pass and see what happens to help her out. And is this tough? Yes, it's extremely. I want to see her get better, man, so badly. So it's Ben is saying to use herbs and oils and mushrooms. I don't know. It's not the worst thing I've ever heard. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Yeah, I'm hoping immunotherapy can help my mom. I don't know. She's done it before, if I remember correctly. And she's done a lot of different treatments. And to be honest, if it wasn't for these treatments, I don't know if she'd be alive today. Hmm. Still doing a little more research here. Tish Lay says many people are being healed from cancers now. Many are living many years. Yeah, that's true. TJ says we have a potluck every Sunday if you want to come to church tomorrow. Depends on how I'm feeling, man. It depends on, I don't know. I don't know. I may be laying low for a little bit, you know what I mean? I'm laying low and really diving my head into research, but I'm praying. I want to pray as much as possible. I think I'm going to pray as much as I can. I just, I don't know what to do, you know? But yeah, I really don't know what to do. But I do want to thank you guys for being so supportive, though. I mean, you guys have been, more supportive than I could have ever imagined. And for that, um, it means a lot to me, you guys. It really does. Like the fact that you guys have been so incredibly helpful. And thank you guys for wanting to see a good outcome for my mom. I appreciate that. You know, I may not know the majority of you guys in real life. I mean, but I know you exist and I know that there's a person behind the text. And to the persons, to the people that are behind the text that are sent in my chat, I know that you guys are coming from a good place. And I'm taking everything you say to heart. Everything that you text in chat to heart. I'm taking it to heart. TJ says it'll be on YouTube. You can join from your bed. That's true. That is true. That is true. Ben says they have been walking to find a cure for decades. They don't talk about rife frequencies or cannabis or how bad chemo and radiation are. I agree. I still want my mom to do the treatments that she's doing, but I want to have her do other things along with those treatments, preferably. We got to give her a fighting chance. We got to give her a fighting chance. We got to do something, right? And I've noted down everything too. I've noted down everything. Well, not everything, but I've noted down as much as I can in my notepad, and I'm taking it all to heart, man. Do you guys have any other suggestions, though? Any other thoughts? Any other? Annie, I love you too. You're amazing. Annie, from the bottom of my heart, I've never met you in real life, but I want to say this. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Annie. I mean that. Thank you. Big time. So, E.T., I've never met you in real life either, but I just want to say thank you beyond what you realize. Every time I see you on the chat, dude, it brightens up my day. So you brighten up my day, Mr. ET. So thank you, bro. TJ, I already know you in real life. So I just want to say thank you for being supportive in every capacity. Just for being a kind person and a decent individual. Thank you. Like, I mean that. Thank you, TJ. Big time. Corgi 2016. Thank you for some of the insights you've been able to give me on this one too. Means a lot. And to all my friends, I want to thank you guys for like Christian, Anthony, Nathan, and even Billy. Even though I don't talk to Billy anymore, and for good reason. He's somebody I still care about, and I hope he's doing well. But I just can't have him in my life anymore. He just... And Tish Lay, I've never met you in real life either, but I want to say this. Thank you for your kind words. Every time you've come on this show, every time you come on the chat, you've always given very, very kind words, and they mean a lot, man. They mean a lot, Tish. I'm sorry, I'm joking up a little bit. BPT Bob. Even I've never met BPT Bob in real life, and I just want to say thank you, Bob. You're a pretty cool dude. I'm not gonna make anybody a moderator though. We don't do moderators on this channel. Oh no, you're good, Bob. I just we're talking about what my mom has to go through with her cancer treatments, and we're trying to give her a fighting chance to live. We're trying to give her the biggest, fightingest, craziest chance to live a better life. Trying. And I don't know what to do. I feel a little lost. Not just a little lost, I feel extremely lost. And my heart is hurting. My heart is hurting. I was so desperate, you guys. Like I said, to those of you who are just tuning in, I was so desperate that I was like, you know what? I'm going to talk to the chat. I'm going to talk to ChatGPT. I'm going to maximize every single resource I can. I even took notes in my freaking notebook. I'm desperate, man. But not just desperate, I'm determined. And I'm pissed off. I'm pissed off that first off, I'm thankful. I'm extremely thankful that I've had all this time with my mom. I've had a lot of time with her to be able to make sure her life is better. Yeah. Ugh. Hmm. Um, hey, appreciate you guys. I try to be the best son I can. I try. I really do. But so far, I mean, my best is sadly, my best is not going to save her. I mean, it could. It could. I mean, I got to do better. I got to do better. So, how can I save her? That's the question. How can we save her? You guys are involved in this process, and who knows? Maybe she'll come out of this one alive. And if she doesn't, I know we tried. I know we tried. And I'm going to do the best I can to cherish the time I have with my mom. But I don't believe she should give up just yet. I don't believe she should give up at all. But I understand if she wants to, though. A lot of the things that she's had to deal with have been very painful. I don't think she's got much time left. That has honestly been the toughest part about this, though, is just knowing that that things are not going to. I want things to work out so much. I really do. I don't know what to do, you guys. I just don't know what to do. Bruh. Yeah. It's okay, you guys. Ben, so here's the thing, Ben. We're going to keep her with the doctors, but we're also going to do some complementary holistic healing alongside with this. All right? Hey, have a great night, brother. Have a great night, Mr. TJ. Get that sleep, okay? Get that sleep. Get that sleep. Ben says raw honey, lion's mane, cannabis, right frequencies, and getting her. Yeah. And honestly, Ben, you could very well be right, man. I believe that there's a lot of truth behind what you're saying. I still think she needs to listen to her doctors, but at the same time, we need some good complementary medicine. And honestly, what you have suggested is much appreciated, bud. I got it written down, by the way. I got it written down, brother. Bob says, smart move, explore the different options. Exactly. Yeah. All right, you guys. I'm gonna dive into some research on my personal time. I wanted to hear what you guys thought, and you guys told me a lot of good stuff. The rife frequencies, the cannabis, the RSO, the immunotherapy, the mushrooms. Again, there's all sorts of different things. Tishley says getting 30 minutes of D3 from sunlight every day is good for the immune system. Yes, it very much is. Very much is. All right, hey you guys, I love you guys and I appreciate each and every one of you. I'm going to take a shower and get to bed. Love you guys. Peace out, Girl Scouts. Hey, everybody. From the bottom of my heart, thank you guys for being so supportive. Thank you guys for dealing with me in this emotional time. I want to give my mom a fighting chance. If you guys think of anything, and I mean anything. Bob says sounds corny as shit, but don't forget to smile with her too. Positivity is powerful. Yes, it is. I agree with that. Thank you, Tishley. Thank you, Ben. Ben, I appreciate you big time, man. You gave me some cool insights. So Bob, Tish, Annie, thank you so much. TJ, thank you so much. Have a good night, you guys. Mwah. Mwah. I mean, I'm thankful to you guys beyond more than you guys know. I am extremely thankful. The suggestions that you guys gave, it gave me some new hope, some new insight, and to be honest, I needed it more than anything, man. I thought I was going to cry during this live stream, but to be honest, I feel like I'm flying high. And for that, I thank you. Later, guys. Talk to you guys later. Bye for now.